Good morning, students. So now this is the next continuation in higher order ordinary differential equation. So last class we have studied that solving method of particular integral when the right side looking like x to the power k form. Now this is the next form of that one. This is the fourth form. If the given equation, the right hand side is looking like e power ax into v, where v stands for either sin ax, cos ax or x to the power k. In that case, how will you find the particular integral? That we will discuss in today's class. If the right hand side of the equation RHS looking like e power ax into v, where v stands for sin ax, cos ax or x to the power k. So based on that, you are going to have this particular procedure that we will discuss step by step. In the step number 1, you are representing the given higher order ordinary differential equation in the symbolic form, that is f of d of y is equals to q. You are just introducing the capital D symbol in the place of d by dx, where d stands for differential operator. In the first step, write the given equation in the symbolic form. Okay, so this is the step number 1. Then you are calculating the complementary function yc by calculating the auxiliary equation, that is f of m is equals to 0. As we all know, auxiliary equation is nothing but in your f of d, d is replaced with m. So using the help of that factorization method, you have to find the roots of the auxiliary equation. So with the help of those roots, you can calculate the complementary function. So this is about the step number 2. Find the complementary function by calculating the auxiliary equation. So in the step number 3, you are finding the particular integral, that is 1 by f of d into q, where q is nothing but your right hand side value, which is in the form of e power ax into v. Okay, so the formula of particular integral is 1 by f of d into q. Q stands for the right side value, which is in the form of e power ax into v. So here you have to take the only e power ax to the left hand side. Take this e power ax to the left side, and this 1 by f of d you are replacing with 1 by d f of d plus a. That means in your denominator, wherever d is there we have to replace with d plus a, and this v I am keeping as it is. Okay, so this is about the step number 3. What we have to do in the finding the particular integral, first write the formula, and q is nothing but your right hand side form. So this e power ax form we have to take in the left hand side, and f of d, this denominator, we have to replace with 1 by f of d plus a form. In your f of d, wherever d is there, we have to replace that d, you just replace with d plus a, and this way as it is. Then you are applying that previous method based on this v. So this v means it may be either sin ax or cos ax or x to the power k form. So with the help of that previous procedure, we have to solve the particular integral. So based on that, you can use the corresponding appropriate methods to get your yp values. Then you are calculating the complete solution, that is y is equals to yc plus yp. Combination of the complementary function and the particular integral. So this gives the complete solution of the given differential equation. So this is about the procedure when the right side looks like e power x into v form. What is the first step? Write the symbolic form of the equation. So once you get the symbolic form, find the auxiliary equation. With the help of auxiliary equation, you will get some roots of that equation. So with the help of those roots, you can find the complementary function. So here, after finding this complementary function, the one part of your solution is complete. So second part is finding the particular integral. Apply the formula, that is 1 by f of d into q. Q stands for the right hand side value, and here this e power x we have to take it to the left hand side, and this f of d in the denominator we have to replace with d plus a. That means wherever d is there, you just replace with d plus a. So after that, so look at here v. This v may be either sin ax or cos ax or x to the power k form. So with the help of that previous method procedures based on this v, so we have to apply that procedure and find the particular integral value and combine those two to get the complete solution. So this is about the last form, that is fourth form of finding the particular integral. So now let us see the problem. Solve d square y by dx square minus 2 dy by dx plus 5y, that is equals to e power 2x into sin x. So look at the right side of equation. It is looking like e power ax into some v type. Okay, it is in the form of e power x into v, that is sin ax type. So based on that, now I am applying the your method, that is I just write directly, that is I am writing the symbolic form of the equation. So d square minus 2d plus 5 of y is equals to right hand side value I am keeping as it is. So if you observe this one, it is exactly in the form of f of d of y is equals to q, where f of d is d square minus 2d plus 5 and q is nothing but your right hand side value e power 2x into sin x. So of course it is in the form of e power ax. What is your a value? A is 2. Okay, e power ax into v form. So after finding this symbolic representation, you can directly find the auxiliary equation, that is m square minus 2m plus 5 is equals to 0. Here you can apply the quadratic equation formula, that is minus p plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. So it will become plus 2 plus or minus root b square means 4 minus 4ac, 4, a is 1 and c is 5, 5 4s are 20. This is minus 20 divided by 2 into a is 1. So that is equals to 2 plus or minus, it will become 4 minus 20 is minus 16 divided by 2. So if you further simplify this one, you will get 2 plus or minus, minus 16 can be written as, so we can write this one as a 4 into I, right, 4I divided by 2. So if you divide, you will get 1 plus or minus 2I. So this is complex root which we got. In order to write the complementary function, the complex root we got, they can be written as c1 cos imaginary part into x plus c2 sin imaginary part is 2 into x into e to the power of what is the real part? Real part is 1, e to the power of 1 into x. So this is about the complementary function. So you are getting the complementary solution. Now you are coming to the next part, which is nothing but yp, particular integral. The formula is 1 by f of d into q, where f of d stands for d square minus 2d plus 5 and q is nothing but your right side e power 2x into sin x. So according to the procedure, what we have to do? We have to take this complete e power 2x term to the left hand side, e power 2x into 1 divided by. So here in the f of d form, what we have to do? F of d, we have to replace with f of d plus a, right? So what is the a value here? E power ax form. A is 2, right? A is 2. So wherever d is there, we have to replace with d plus a. That means d plus 2. So in the denominator, d plus 2 whole square minus 2 into d plus 2 plus 5. So the remaining is sin x I am keeping as it is. And that is equals to e power 2x into 1 divided by, so you just do the simplification. Here you can apply the a plus b whole square formula, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square is 4. So expand the bracket now. Minus 2 into d is minus 2d, minus plus is minus 2 to the 4 plus 5 I am keeping as it is. And sin x is also as it is. And that is equals to e power 2x into 1 divided by, you just simplify this one, plus 4 minus 4 get cancels, and here it is 4d and this is minus 2d, plus 4d minus 2d is plus 2d, and this plus 5 and sin x I am keeping as it is. And that is equals to e power 2x into 1 divided by. So if you observe the sin ax form, so this satisfies that second form of finding the particular integral. It is in the form of sin ax. We have to apply that sin ax procedure. So if you return the notes, please turn and see the procedure. What was the procedure? In your denominator, wherever d square is there, we have to replace it with minus a square. Right? So I repeat once again, this is minus a square, not minus a whole square. Okay, it is just minus a square. So what is the a value here? A is 1. It is in the form of sin ax. So we have to go to that form number 2 in the case of sin ax or cos ax, where right hand side may be sin ax or cos ax form. So we have to apply that procedure here. So here a is 1. So in the place of d square, we have to replace with minus a square. That means minus 1 square plus 2d plus 5 into sin x I am keeping as it is. That is equals to e power 2x into 1 divided by, this is minus as it is, 1 square is 1. So plus 5 minus 1 is plus 4. So put this 2d as it is. Okay. So this is minus 1 square. 1 into 1 is 1. Minus 1 plus 5 is plus 4. 2d I am keeping as it is, and sin x also as it is. So e power 2x by 2. So in the denominator, take 2 as a common, and remaining terms you will get d plus 2. So remaining terms are d plus 2 into sin x. And that is equals to e power 2x by 2. So here, after substituting this minus a square value, you are getting the non-zero term. In that case, what we have to do? We have to apply the rationalization process. Apply the rationalization method. I explained in that previous class only. What is rationalization? You have to divide and multiply with the opposite signs. This is a d plus 2 is there. That means you have to divide and multiply with the opposite, that is d minus 2. Divide with d minus 2 and multiply with d minus 2. Okay, this is called as a rationalization process. Multiply and divide with the opposite signs. So here d plus 2 is there. So we have to multiply with d minus 2 and divide with d minus 2. That is called as a rationalization process. So divide, first multiply with d minus 2 and divide with d minus 2 into d plus 2 and sin x I am keeping as it is. Okay. So in the next step, e power 2x by 2 I am keeping as it is into d minus 2. So here it is in the form of a plus b a minus b. What is that formula? A plus b a minus b is a square minus b square. So d square minus 4 into sin x you will got. Okay. So here in this d square you can substitute that a square value. So e power 2x by 2. So e power 2x by 2 into d minus 2, 1 divided by, in this d square we have to substitute minus a square. So what is a value? A is 1 minus 1 square. So this is minus 2 to the 4 sin x, and that is equals to, you will get e power 2x by 2 d minus 2 1 divided by, so this is minus 1 minus 4 is minus 5 into sin x. So we just expand this one, minus 5 into 2 is minus 10. Expand the bracket, d into sin x is d sin x minus 2 into sin x is 2 sin x. As we all know, here d stands for the differential operator. D is nothing but d by dx. What is the derivative of sin x? Derivative of sin x is cos x. Minus 2 sin x I am keeping as it is. So this is about your particular integral value. Okay. So minus e power 2x by 10 into cos x minus 2 sin x is your particular integral. Now you can get the complete solution of the equation by just writing y is equals to complementary function plus particular integral. So the complementary function we got e power x into c1 cos 2x plus c2 sin 2x minus this particular integral we have to substitute here. So this is the general solution of the equation. Okay. So this is about the example number 1. So let us see the example number 2. Just wait a minute. See the example number 2. Solve d square y by dx square minus 3 dy by dx plus 2y, that is equals to x square into e power 3x. So if you observe the right side of the equation, it is in the form of x to the power k into e power ax. So as I explained in the previous class only, the third form, when the right side looks like x to the power k form, so that procedure we have to apply here. So first write the symbolic representation of the given equation, that is d square minus 3d plus 2 into y is equals to that right hand side value of the equation, that is x square into e power 3x. So after calculating this symbolic representation, it is exactly in the form of f of d of y is equals to q. So what is your f of d? It is d square minus 3d plus 2. So what about the q value? The q is the x square into e power 3x. So it is exactly looks in the form of x to the power k into e power ax. As we know, a value, what is the a value? A is 3. And what about the k value? K is 2. So after getting the symbolic representation, you can directly go to the auxiliary equation just by replacing the small m in the place of a d. So what is the formula? That is f of m is equals to 0. F of m always equates with 0. So m square minus 3m plus 2 is equals to 0. So we just expand this one. So m square minus 3m plus 2, you can expand like m square minus 2m minus m plus 2 is equals to 0. So here in the first two terms you can take m as a common term, the remaining are m minus 2. So in the last two terms take minus 1 as a common and you will get the remaining terms as a m minus 2 is equals to 0. So now the product of the two terms, that is m minus 2 and m minus 1 is equals to 0, and you will get the roots like m is equals to plus 1 and this is minus 2 is there, it will become positive 2. So these two are the roots of our equation. So what kind of roots these are? These are real and distinct roots, right? Real and distinct roots. So in order to write the complementary function, how will you write the complementary function when the roots are real and distinct? That is c1 e power first root into x, that is 1 into x, and plus c2 e to the power second root into x. c1 e power x plus c2 e power 2x. This is our complementary function. So once you get this complementary function, you can go to the finding the particular integral. The formula is 1 by f of d. F of d stands for d square minus 3d plus 2, and q is nothing but your right hand side, that is x square into e power 3x. So as I explained in the procedure, first you have to take this e power ax form to the left hand side, that is e power 3x, and this denominator f of d you have to replace it with f of d plus a. So what is the a value here? A value is 3. It is in the form of e power ax. A is 3. So in the denominator, in the place of d, wherever d is there, we have to replace with d plus 3. Okay. So this is d square is there. So d plus 3 whole square minus 3 into d plus 3 plus 2. And this x square I am keeping as it is. So this e power 3x I already taken to the left hand side. So that is equals to e power 3x 1 divided by, so as usual apply the a plus b whole square formula. You will get this is a d square plus 6d, 3 3 is a 9, this is b square, minus you just expand the bracket, minus 3 into d is minus 3d, minus minus plus 3 3 is a 9, plus 2 I am keeping as it is, and x square is also as it is. So if you further simplify this one, you will get this e power 3x into 1 divided by, so this is you will get the expression like d square plus 3d plus 2 into x square. So as I explained in the last class, that procedure when the right side looks like x to the power k form, that procedure we have to apply here. So that last information, which method? You are using the right hand side looking like x to the power k, some x to the power k type. So you can apply that particular procedure in order to make the complete simplification. Now this is equals to e power 3x into 1 divided by. So in case of a x power k form, we have to take the least term as a common term. Take that least term outside and write the remaining terms in the form of a 1 plus or minus phi of d form. I explained in the last class only. Okay. Take the lowest term. Which one is the lowest here in the denominator? 2 is the lowest one. Take that 2 in the outside and write the remaining terms in the 1 plus or minus phi of d form. So 1 plus this d square plus 3d divided by 2 into x square. What was the next step? Take this complete term 1 plus or minus phi of d to the numerator side. So the power becomes negative, right? So e power 3x divided by 2, take this denominator to the numerator side. So it will become 1 plus d square plus 3d by 2 whole to the power minus 1 into x square. The power becomes minus 1, and that is equals to e power 3x by 2 into 1 minus. So if you observe this one, it is in the form of 1 plus x whole power minus 1, right? So consider this one as a complete x term. So last class I have given the formula, that is using the binomial theorem. What was that expansion? When the equation you got in the form of 1 plus x whole power minus 1 form, you have to write in the form of 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube plus x power 4 minus and so on. In this form, we have to expand the equation. So this is in the form of a 1 minus, so this is in the form of a 1 plus x whole power minus 1. So what we have to do? 1 minus, what is the x term? X is d square plus 3d by 2. Plus you can write the remaining terms and so on also. Into x square I am keeping as it is. So you can further simplify this one, e power 3x by 2 into 1 minus, so d square by 2 plus 3d by 2. This is the expansion of this one. 1 plus x whole power minus 1 expansion is here. 1 minus x term is d square by 2 plus 3d by 2 plus you can write the remaining terms also, d square by 2 plus 3d by 2 whole square, because the x square term is there, no? Minus and so on into x square. Okay, so that is equals to e power 3x by 2. You just expand the bracket, x square is there, 1 into x square is x square minus d square by 2 plus 3d by 2 into x square plus and so on. So before entering into that, first you do the simplification just by applying the derivatives. Here, as we know, d square is there, that means second order derivative. This stands for the differential operator, d by dx of x square. Okay, so what is the derivative of x square? Derivative of x square is 2x. So here we want the second order derivative. What is the d square stands for? D square stands for 2. Second order derivative of x square is 2, right? So what is the third order derivative? Third order derivative of x square is 0. Similarly, rest of the remaining all the derivatives become 0. If d square is 0 means rest, the remaining all the derivatives becomes also 0. So here we want the d square, that means a second order derivative. What is the d square here? D square is 2. So minus 2 by 2. So minus into plus is minus 3 by 2. This is a constant term I am keeping as it is. Now we want the derivative of x square. D by dx of x square. What is the derivative of x square? It is 2x. So you have to keep here. Derivative of x square is 2x. D by dx of x square is 2x. So you can cancel this one. 2 ones are 2 ones are, and this 2 and this numerator to get cancelled. What are the remaining terms? X square, this is minus 1 and minus 3x. So this is about your particular integral. Okay. So when the right hand side is looking like x to the power k form, you have to apply that last class as I explained, that procedure you have to apply here. Okay. So if you combine the CF and PI, you will get the complete solution of the equation. So this is the second example. So let us see the last example of the topic and also the last example of this ordinary differential equation chapter. Solve d square y by dx square minus y, that is equals to e power x into 1 plus x square. So it is also looking like x to the power k form, right? So that previous procedure we have to apply here also. Write the given equation in the symbolic representation. After that, find the auxiliary equation, that is m square minus 1 is equals to 0. Take this minus 1 to the opposite side, the minus 1 becomes positive 1. So if you remove the square from here, you will get 1 plus or minus 1. So this is the real roots. One is plus 1 and another one is negative minus 1. So in order to write your complementary function, so how will you write this one? When the roots are real and distinct, you can write this one as a c1 e power 1x, that means first root into x, plus c2 e to the power second root, that is minus 1 into x. So in order to calculate your particular integral, write the formula, that is 1 divided by d square minus 1 into e power x. What is the right hand side? E power x into 1 plus x square. So as I explained in the procedure, this e power ax, that means 1x, you have to take to the left hand side and write this denominator in the form of a d plus a form. What is the a value here? A is 1. That means d plus 1. We have to replace in the place of a d, wherever d is there, we have to replace it d plus 1. So this is d square is there. So d plus 1 whole square minus 1. And write the remaining terms. What are the remaining? 1 plus x square. Keep it as it is. So that is equals to e power x into, here you can apply the a plus b whole square formula, that is a square plus 2ab, that means 2d into 1 is 2d, plus b square is 1 square minus 1. So this plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, remaining only will get d square plus 2d. Write the rest of the remaining terms as it is, and that is equals to e power 2x. So if you, as I explained, it is in the form of x to the power k form, right? So you have to write this one in the form of by taking the least term as a common. So if you observe this denominator, 2d is the lowest term, so take that one as a common term, take that one outside. So now write the remaining rest of the terms, that is 1 plus d square by 2d. So here you can cancel this 1d and the numerator 1d cancels. So remaining term is only 1 plus d by 2. Okay. So now what we have to do? We have to take this complete denominator. This 1 plus d by 2 we have to take in the numerator. So the power becomes negative. Okay. We will get whole to the power minus 1. So in order to expand this one, it is also in the form of 1 plus x whole power minus 1 with the help of a binomial theorem. You can directly remember this one. This formula, this is the direct expansion of 1 plus x whole power minus 1. What was that? That is 1 minus x alternative signs. 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube plus and so on. So substitute here 1 minus, what is the x? X is d by 2. Plus x square, that means d by 2 whole square, minus x cube is d by 2 whole to the power 3, and so on, into 1 plus x square. So keep it as it is. So that is equals to e power x divided by 2d. So you just multiply with the 1 minus x square. That means write in the complete equation in the one expression. So 1 into 1 plus x square is 1 plus x square minus, so you can write 1 plus x square, this is minus, first write the constant term, that is 1 by 2 as it is, differential of 1 plus x square, plus again this is 1 divided by square is there, so 1 by 4, 2 2s are 4, into d square of 1 plus x square minus and so on. So now you can simplify this one. Keep this 1 by 2 as it is. So what is the derivative of this constant? Derivative of constant is 0, right? So what is the derivative of x square? First order derivative. First order derivative is 2x. D by dx of x square. D by dx of x square is 2x. So what is the second order derivative? That means d square by dx square of x square. Second order derivative is only 2, right? So derivative, this is d is there, differential operator, derivative of x square is 2x, this divided by 2 I am keeping as it is. So plus again 1 by 4, this is the second order, d square, of course this constant becomes 0, plus d square of x square is 2, and this 4 I am keeping as it is, 2 by 4. If you further expand this one, you will get 2 1s are 2 2s are 4, and this 1 plus x square minus as it is 2 2 get cancelled, remaining is only x, plus 2 1s are 2 2s is 1 by 2. So this plus 1 by 2 and plus 1 is plus 3 by 2. So 1 plus 1 by 2 is 3 by 2, and minus x and plus x square. These two terms I am keeping as it is. So that is equals to e power x divided by 2 into 1 divided by d, right? It is 1 by d into x square minus x plus 3 by 2. So as I explained in the last class, remember, I just give you once again. Here, if d stands for d by dx, right? D is nothing but a differential operator. D is the d by dx. Then what do you think about 1 by d? If d is a differential operator, d by dx, then what about the 1 by d? It is the reverse of the differential operator, right? 1 by d stands for the reverse. D is the differential operator, 1 by d is the reverse of the differential operator. What is the reverse of the differential? That is integration. Reverse means nothing but it is the integration. So 1 by d is integration of dx. Integration x square minus x plus 3 by 2 into dx. Now you can easily integrate this one. E power x divided by 2. Integration of x square into dx is x cube by 3 minus x means x square by 2 plus this is the constant. Integration of dx is x, 3 by 2 as it is. So now with the help of taking the LCM, so 6 is our LCM, so it will become 3 2s are 6 and 2x cube. So here 2 is there, so 2 3s are 6 and 2 3s are 6. It will become minus 3x square and plus this is 3 3s are 9 x. Yes, this is the x. 3 3s are 9 into x. So here in the numerator, take x as a outside, take x as a common. So x into e power x divided by 6 to the 12, right? Here in this numerator side, take x as a common. So what are the remaining terms? 2x square minus 3x plus 9 is the remaining terms. So this is about your particular integral. So in order to get your complete solution, you just write the CF plus PI, that is YC plus YP, right? YC stands for complementary function and YP stands for particular integral. Substitute the values, you will get the general solution of the equation. So with this, the problems related to e power ax when the right hand side is looking in the form of e power ax into v is closed, and also your first chapter ordinary differential equation is also complete. Okay, so where we studied the important topics. First one is a basic definition and also how to calculate when the differential equation is in the first order but not of the first degree. In that you have the 4 methods solvable for p, x, y and using the Clairaut's form. So after that, higher order ordinary differential equation with the constant coefficients. In that, how to calculate the particular integral and the complementary function we studied. So in the next class, this is one of the important topic, important chapter also. You may get 30 to 35 marks from this chapter. So you please do the practice, and in the next class I will start the next chapter, which is also the continuation of your first chapter only. So in the first chapter we studied that variables are constant coefficients, variables with constant coefficients. In the next chapter, that is coefficients which are not constant, that means variable coefficients we will study. It is also related to your first chapter, that is also continuation of your first chapter only, that I will take in the next class. Okay.